Immortal jellyfish and underwater creatures who cheat death. We all know what a jellyfish looks like, a gelatinous aquatic animal with stinging tentacles floating through the water. But this is actually just the final stage of the animal's life cycle, or at least for most jellyfish it is. There is one jellyfish species though that seems to have found the secret to immortality. The immortal jellyfish, or Turritopsis dohrnii, is thought to have originated from the Mediterranean Sea. It has now been found all throughout the world, including the coasts of Panama, Indian River Lagoon and Florida's east coast, and the ocean around Japan. The reason the immortal jellyfish is so well travelled is that it is often drawn into the ballast tanks on ships. Their powers of regeneration keep them alive until they end up at the ship's final destination, where they are inadvertently released into their new home. So how exactly do immortal jellyfish cheat death? Jellyfish species share a typical life cycle. The eggs and sperm are released to be fertilized, and a free-swimming larval form develops. The larva, called a planula, moves about in the current using fan-like hair structures called cilia. When it finds a hard surface or substrate on which to establish, it settles and slowly matures into a polyp. Once this polyp is mature, it buds off young jellyfish. As a side note, if the polyp stage looks familiar to you, jellyfish are part of the group called Cnidaria, which also includes sea anemones and corals. The jellyfish stage is called a medusa, and this is typically the final stage of the jellyfish's life, before it dies, hopefully after reproducing. But the immortal jellyfish does things a little bit differently. Its jellyfish or medusa stage is only about the size of a small stud earring when fully grown. It has a smooth, dome-like body with 8 tentacles as a juvenile and up to 90 tentacles when it is fully developed. Its bright red stomach can be seen through its transparent body. When faced with severe stress, such as injury, starvation, adverse environmental conditions, or even aging, it has the ability to revert back into a polyp. It shrinks in on itself, reabsorbing its tentacles and losing the ability to swim. It then settles on the floor as a blob-like cyst. This cyst stage then develops back into a new polyp within 24 to 36 hours. Then the reincarnated polyp produces new medusae that are genetically identical to the previous version of the immortal jellyfish. This remarkable process is called transdifferentiation. The mature cells transform back into stem-like cells or polyp cells, allowing for regeneration of a whole new body. The immortal jellyfish can repeat this life cycle reversal indefinitely, essentially resetting its biological clock to cheat death. Medusa cells and polyp cells are different. Some cells and organs only occur in the polyp, others only in the adult jellyfish. So put in another way, transdifferentiation reprograms the medusa's specialized cells to become specialized polyp cells, which then later grow back into new medusa cells. So immortal jellyfish live forever then? Well, not quite. While theoretically possible, the immortal jellyfish is tiny and easily preyed upon. It is eaten by fish, sea turtles, slugs, and other sea creatures. But it can effectively not age. If it starts degenerating from old age, it just reinvents itself again. And if a medusa does actually die, it sinks to the bottom of the ocean where its decay starts. It regresses into polyps, and then these polyps develop into new jellyfish. So now another question is, if all of an immortal jellyfish's cells are replaced, but perfectly duplicated, is it technically the same jellyfish? Well, I'll leave this philosophical question with you to ponder. Transdifferentiation has also been noted in other jellyfish, such as the moon jellyfish, Aurelia aurita. Other hydrozoans, also from the Cnidaria phylum, such as Hydra vulgaris, also display immortal tendencies. The Hydra stem cells have the capacity for infinite self-renewal, so their cells do not deteriorate over time. All animals, including humans, have a set of genes called FOXO genes that regulate how long cells live for. There seems to be an overabundance of FOXO gene expression in Hydra stem cells. Lobsters also do not deteriorate with age. Their longevity, though, is due to them endlessly being able to repair their DNA. For most animals, during the process of DNA and cell division, the protective end caps of chromosomes called telomeres slowly get shorter and shorter. When they are too short, a cell can no longer keep dividing and regenerating. Lobsters don't have this problem though. They have a never-ending supply of telomerase, an enzyme that helps it to maintain youthful DNA indefinitely. Unfortunately though for lobsters, this still doesn't ensure complete immortality. As they grow, they have to molt and move into a bigger shell or exoskeleton. This takes a lot of energy. Eventually, the energy required to molt a shell and grow another one is just too great. The lobster will die from exhaustion, disease, predation, or shell collapse. There are many other animals that display negligible aging. Biological immortality is a state in which the rate of mortality from aging is stable or even decreasing as the organism gets older. This is in stark contrast to humans, who after a slight decline in rate of aging in their late childhood, early teens, are on an exponentially increasing rate of aging, with significant jumps at 34, 60, and 78 years old. According to the Animal Aging and Longevity database, I'll leave a link in the description below, animals with negligible aging and their estimated longevity in the wild include the following. The eastern box turtle, Terrapene carolina, has been recorded of living up to 138 years. The rough-eye rockfish, Sebastes aleutianus, has been recorded to live to 205 years. The ocean quahog clam, or Arctica islandica, has been recorded living up to 507 years, and that was only because it was removed from its natural environment. And the Greenland shark, Somniosus macrocephalus, lives between 250 to 500 years. Interestingly, these sharks can reach 6.5 meters long, reach sexual maturity at 150 years old, and have a gestation period of 8 to 18 years. And what does this ability to transdifferentiate or age slowly mean for humans? Scientists are studying these processes with keen interest in the hopes of gaining insights into stem cell behavior. Scientists hope to discover ways to replace cells that have been damaged by disease, to slow or reverse cancer growth, or even to slow the aging process. So, though it's thankfully very unlikely that you will gain the ability to revert back to your teenage self anytime soon, we are learning some very interesting cell dynamics from these minute jellyfish and other death-defying animals. This is just another reason to ensure that we protect our environment and the organisms in it. Who knows what other fascinating abilities are out there still to be discovered? Let me know in the comments what you found most fascinating about this superpower. And also, would you want to go back to a previous time in your life, or would you prefer to just age slowly? And if you'd like to see more about fascinating animal adaptations, I'll leave a link to another video up here and down in the comments. References are given down in the comments too. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. This will help the channel to grow and bring you more interesting nature stories and discoveries. Well, that's it for this time. Until next time, enjoy.